It was awards night in Europe, and I think there's a little bit of a robbery to be talked about, Ethan.
Frank robbery.
This is Foot in Mouth. Welcome back to Foot in Mouth, a spooky Foot in Mouth, because it's, of course, Halloween time, that time of year, and it was a bit of a hotter show at the Ballon d'Or Awards for some people, seeing Lionel Messi getting a record 8th Ballon d'Or. Justified? Do you think?
No, I mean, we said our thing. We agreed.
But I mean, like,
both
look,
against
it's like now it's done. You know what I mean? Like the dust has settled a little bit.
It doesn't change my mind though. I still don't think he should have got it. If the turntables were turned and Haaland had done what Messi did and Messi had done what Haaland did, Messi would still win.
In all fairness, if Haaland won the World Cup with Norway,
that actually would be a lot more impressive.
Like maybe he'd be worth a shout. But now, Messi's won it.
The story is nice. It is nice that Messi gets his 8th and he's probably done with his high top end career and stuff now, but it shouldn't have happened. I think Haaland, the goals he scored, I know that you can argue he didn't score in the finals, brother. You can argue he didn't score in the semi-finals, but the fact that he was there and he was such a big part, didn't he break the Premier League record?
I'm sure he broke more than one record.
Yeah, so I think he does this. I think he would have deserved it. Obviously he's young, he's gonna get more, but I mean, fuck, dude.
He should have got it. He should have got it. And all due respect to Messi, obviously.
Yeah, we love. That's the thing. I'm a United fan. I love Messi more than I do Man City. So if I'm saying that a Man City player should have won it, there is no spite coming out of this. This is purely from a fucking objective, unbiased viewpoint.
It's genuine. But I think one of the high notes is Jude Bellingham winning his award, because naturally. He could have got the Ballon d'Or even, and I would not complain.
Look, honestly,
I wouldn't have complained at all.
In the next 3 years, though, he's going to win it.
Of course, bro.
He's 100%.
He is scoring goals for fun from midfield,
and he's scoring important goals.
And I mean, look, the obviously before the Ballon d'Or Awards, there was the El Clasico, in which Jude Bellingham was the freaking talking point of note, bro.
Like you said, he scored 2 goals. One that was just past the halfway line, and another one that was in the 92nd minute.
Yeah, bruh. He just keeps doing this. How often has he scored in injury time since he's joined Madrid?
Yeah, I know.
To give them a winner, not even a draw.
But he's one of he's kind of a draw now to the El Clasico, because for a while I was like, who gives a shit about El Clasico? You know what I mean? But I think with the players there now, Gundogan's there now, obviously Bellingham's there now.
Junior.
I think there's enough names now.
There's hype again.
El Clasico is kind of getting more interesting.
Yeah. There's hype again.
But you saw Gundogan was unhappy. You see that shit.
Because
his teammates were chilling on their phones.
He was literally,
laughing.
and in my mind, I'm like, that must be what goes on at City then, because if it's so drilled into him and he was so important to that City structure.
But obviously he's a lot older than a lot of those players.
That is true. He's in his 30s.
But sticking with El Clasico, I do love the Barcelona kits with the music.
You've said before you like the music
Spotify.
What is that?
The Rolling Stones one, and I think it's sick, dude. That's such a cool collectible now.
I don't know. I still think it's gimmicky.
It's cool, dude.
Again, I'm sure a lot of people do like it.
Tupac. Just Tupac on the shirt.
Posthumous album anniversary. Yes, bro. But Jude Bellingham he's the best in the world. I can't get enough of watching that dude play football, and it's bizarre, bro. He literally has just gone from strength to strength to strength. Every move that he's made.
Speaking of strength to strength to strength, Kane. He just scored now what he's I think he's the top goal scorer in the Bundesliga.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
know. I think he's already set the record for the most goals scored by an English player in his first season in the Bundesliga. Some weird stat
he scored a hat-trick now in their last game.
Another halfway line
that was from before the halfway line goal. No, dude, he's on fire. I did think for a little bit that he would start off sketchy at Bayern, but clearly he hasn't at all.
Yeah.
And Neuer's also back now.
Neuer's back, yo. Got a clean sheet on his return.
He was injured for a year.
I think more than a year even.
What happened to him?
I can't even remember, bro. It was that far back. I did not Google this. But he was out for a long time. But now the question mark's going to be around the number 1 spot in the Germany team. Because does he just walk back into there? I mean, Germany haven't really been doing amazing.
Who's Germany's goalkeeper even?
I think it's the Stegen, isn't it?
To stay. Maybe.
I think he's still I mean, who else? I mean, Neuer is worth a shout, but at the end of the day, Ter Stegen has much more clout.
He's had a good season.
So I could see Neuer just walking back in there, because Germany, they haven't had the best results lately, bruh.
No, not at all. Another team that hasn't had the best results, United.
We're getting into it, yo. Yes, of
Um,
course, there was the Manchester derby, and the final result was...
Yeah, that was a 3-0.
And who scored all 3 goals?
Well, Holland didn't score all of them. He scored 2, he assisted 1.
Oh, he assisted one.
Foden
Sorry,
got
2
the
goals,
other
1
one.
assist. But that was unselfish of him to give it to Foden.
Yeah, definitely.
That
And
was
that's
very
a lot of
unselfish
a lot of people don't think like they only think Holland can score. He's got so many assists.
I'm someone that's fully of the belief that he's just a fucking goal scoring
No,
machine. But
dude,
he does
he's
have a
the
little bit
best
more.
striker in the world. He can do anything. He can run with the ball. He can shoot from far. He can assist. He can literally do anything. It's unfortunate that he's doing that against United, though.
High praise.
To be fair, I didn't have a lot of faith, and as soon as I saw the team sheet come out, I had zero faith because
Yeah.
Maguire and Evans as a centre-back combo in a Manchester derby is kind of insane.
What's funny that you mentioned that because I saw some quotes from Ten-Hag's interview explaining the decision, and he said that it was purely down to tactics. It was tactical to start Johnny Evans and Maguire. That was tactical.
No.
Do you see the logic behind those tactics in this game?
No, but I don't see it. But also, Goldbridge brought up a point when they spoke about this. Obviously, he's not just gonna say, "Oh yeah, these players are shit. We don't have a chance." Varane's injured, Reguilon's injured. I
thought Varane was on the bench.
He was on the bench, but obviously he's like just coming back.
Yeah,
from
so
injury.
you're not gonna rush him.
Basaka's injured. These are the best he has.
This
isn't a tactical thing. These are the best he has.
I suppose.
And obviously, as a manager, you're not going to say, "Oh, everyone else is our best guys are injured. This is all we got." You're not going to say that.
Yeah, I guess.
You're never ever going to say that.
Yes.
So yes, Lindelof plays as a left back because hey, it's the best we have right now. You're going to say it's a tactical decision because you're not just going to throw it all on your players.
Yeah,
And
fair
throw the
play.
baby out with the bathwater.
Fair
No.
play, fair play.
So look, with that specifically, I will defend Ten-Hag. I don't think he could have said anything else.
I guess he's just someone that's left with serious egg on his face because everyone can see through it.
Yeah. But okay, let's get into the game. Look, we were holding on. I actually think we were decent in the first half up until that penalty, which is a very light penalty. And
We've
Højlund just,
seen so many of them.
I know, Højlund just puts his arm around, I think it is Ruben Diaz, and he goes down. And I mean, like, it's so inconsistent. Any other day, this wouldn't have been a pen.
Yeah.
But yeah, United's United, so we give away a pen. Obviously, Man City's Man City. Once momentum kind of starts going their way, and United kind of lose their heads a bit, which happens a lot, the floodgates were open. I think Onana was good. Onana made a good couple saves. Obviously, in the second half, there was that massive save he made.
Huge save, bro.
So I think he's one of the few shining lights that I can take out of this game. Everyone else, shit. Bruno, terrible. He ended up getting a yellow card late in the game for his mouth arguing about shit. He's losing his head. That happens with like 90% of the United players.
Yeah.
Rashford too. As soon as shit doesn't go our way, they lose it. We do have to talk about Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony came on for 5 minutes and then also got a yellow card because he got in a fight with Doku.
I've started to see a lot of posts now asking who is the bigger waste of money between Anthony and Sancho.
Hey, look, it's tough.
It's a tough one.
And I think it's a kind of a pride.
One
that
of them's
United
not
have
even
both of them.
playing and it's still tough, man.
Yeah, no, it is tough. I definitely think Anthony, I've always backed Anthony.
Yeah, I
I've
know.
always defended him. I can't anymore. This is fucked up.
You think this is done now? After this game, you think now it's time to start thinking about a...
No, we can't. We
I
physically
know.
can't.
Obviously, the transfer window's closed and stuff. I just mean more like, do you think Project Anthony is tried and tested? It's not working.
No, he's young enough that it stays, but I also think he will never live up to that price tag. But I'm sure he'll be a decent player in a couple of years. I think he's a decent player now even, but he's never ever going to live up to 90 mil.
Yeah, bro.
Never ever.
And that's always one of the unfortunate things with those big price tag players, bro.
I know, but I could kind of understand the amount, the whole Anthony thing. He wasn't supposed to be bought at that price. The only reason it went up to that price is because Ten-Hag decided, or the board decided last minute, we'll buy him.
Yeah.
And at that point, Ajax had already decided, fuck, we don't need to sell him. We were going to play him in the season. He's kind of a key part now. So that all the money thing, yeah, that's board members not spending money right.
Well, look, Ajax are missing him.
Ajax
They're
is
bottom of the
terrible.
log,
Yeah,
bro.
They
Like,
lost to PSV now the
It's
other day.
insane.
Speaking of doing terribly though, United in the second half, Mount comes on, does nothing.
Yeah.
McTominay goes back to his defensive role. He does nothing when he's defensively. I think we should just literally put him as an attacker. Bruno moves to the wing. Bruno sucks on the wing. He's terrible there. I think there's too many things like this where players are being played out of position.
Yeah.
And that there's no way that fucking works because these players aren't even good enough to play in their own position. Who's now to say they must go play in another player's position?
It's not much of a compromise.
No, it's not. But yeah, Man City completely outclassed us. Haaland scored 2. He could have scored. You saw at the end when Pep was like talking to him. Yeah, I think like he was clearly saying you could have scored more.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And I think he's right. Haaland honestly could have scored 4 or 5 goals in this game. Like I said, Onana kind of saved us. I am seeing. Wait, look at this. Haaland has as many derby goals as Rashford already. 5.
Isn't this like his 4th derby or something?
Yeah, he's got 5.
Jeez.
Yeah, so that's kind of fucked. That's tough, dude. But I am seeing fans starting to turn on Ten-Hag. Obviously, obviously after a big game like this to lose.
Yeah. I would say it's still very early in the season.
It is still very early in the season,
Obviously,
but we're not doing well.
Yeah,
at
and
all.
you guys, I've heard a lot of United fans arguing that they're still not seeing identity, style of play, and all that. And maybe that's down to injuries more than anything. But even when the players weren't injured, that type of talk never really died down. So.
Yeah, I think United.
Try and tempt Zidane out of retirement.
Dude, we got to tempt a lot of people out of time. No, look,
Tempt Fergie again, bro.
we can't let go of Ten-Hag. We don't.
No.
We physically don't have the money.
No,
Ten
you
Hag
can't.
physically has to stay. There is no other option. But I don't know. The team. I don't know. I don't know what to do. We can't let go of Ten Hag though. That's the only thing. We physically can't do that.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, look, as an Arsenal fan, more than anything, I know how much patience can pay off. You know what I mean? When Arteta was there, people were calling him to be sacked, even after he'd won the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Against all odds, people were still saying, sack this man, he doesn't have enough in him. And then that season, we finished 8th again.
Yeah.
And then it was up the ante, but now we're better off. Because obviously the manager was given the time to actually bowl.
The thing is, he was given a long time. He was given like 4 or 5
That's
years.
what I'm saying. Ten Hag's nowhere near 4 or 5 years yet, so he needs more time.
I don't know if United fans will give a manager 4 or 5 years because we've
and
clearly
that's my
seen
issue,
we
bro.
give them 2 seasons and that's that. You do well in the first, you do shit in the second, third one, you're out.
That's always been the issue. Like, managers do, and that's why, even Pep was defending him afterwards. And I know a lot of people always see a lot of banter in it when Pep does it because he did it to Arteta before, and now, they're all like, oh, Ten Hag's his new Arteta and all that.
Yeah.
I don't buy it. I do actually believe that Pep is just one of the guys, because Klopp will also be as upfront about it, in that managers need time, bro. Like, fans, I think as fans, we can get emotionally attached to the point where we take for granted how little time a year actually is in a new job, and that type of job, you know what I mean? So I think Ten Hag should honestly stick it out, not for the banter, genuinely, because he's shown enough that he's worth being patient for.
Well, he has to stick it out. There's no other option.
I
There's
know what
literally
you're saying, but
other
I mean, it
option.
doesn't have to be as much of a downer as you make it sound, like, oh, we have no other option. No, you've got a manager, and you've got a manager who needs time.
I mean
Simple
that
as.
in the broader terms. I don't know if United fans, I've said this before, I don't know if United fans are okay with waiting that long.
Yeah.
That's the only issue.
Yeah, but
mean,
look, at the end of the day, it's not up to them. It's up to the
No,
board.
it's not. Yeah, exactly.
And this board seems to not give a shit about what United fans think more often than not. But
Nah.
look, you guys have Newcastle next in the Carabao Cup, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, Newcastle next, Carabao Cup tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
At Old Trafford. What are we thinking?
Look, Newcastle did knock City out.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have to play for something.
Newcastle did just get a draw over the weekend as well.
I know they did.
And that wasn't a good draw for them.
We do need to. I thought Wolves is pretty good. We do
Yeah,
need-
but
we do
they
need
lost
to-
from 2-0 up.
I know.
That's bad, bro.
That is pretty bad. We do need to play for something. We have nothing. We're not going to win the league. We're not going to win the Champions League. We're not going to get anywhere.
So you could back-to-back Carabao.
I think maybe we should fight for that. So I want to see a first team being played. Hopefully Rashford gets benched. I know I've been putting it off for a while, and I was one of the few who said we got to keep playing Rashford.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can't. He's got
You
to
got
get
Fulham
benched.
away this weekend, so which would you'd rotate more for Fulham? Go strong.
I'd rotate for both, to be honest. Like I think Rashford's completely lost it.
I suppose. Look, after Fulham, we've got Copenhagen in the Champions League, so I know that you beat them before, but like.
Look, we'll
it's away
get
this
into
time.
that. Let me think about this Newcastle game. I think we're gonna lose, to be honest.
No,
I think
at
we're gonna
Trafford.
lose. Yeah, at Trafford. I think we'll lose. I hope we play a good team, and I hope we play to win. I don't want to see like a B team going in there at all. I want to see a starting 11,
Yeah.
but I think it's gonna be tough. The momentum's completely gone. The team's down. The team looks good. Like
The morale's like
there's
in
nothing.
the
There's no style of play. There's nothing. We get in the final third, and it's a circus. So I think Newcastle have a lot more structure. I think they're playing a lot better, even with the draw to Wolves.
Yeah.
I think Newcastle win it. I think
Newcastle will probably also go a bit hard for this because they will want silverware now.
yeah, exactly. I think Newcastle win this 1-0.
And they beat City, so they're going to kind of feel obligated to go all the way.
I think they win it 1-0.
1-0?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to back United in this, and I'm going to say 2-1 United.
2-1.
Genuine. I genuinely think 2-1 United at Trafford, just because I think... Every time I count them out, man. I know Man City, I counted them out, but that was different because it's Man City. But like in the Carabao Cup...
This is Newcastle, though. This is Newcastle, bro. Newcastle in the league is going to finish higher than United.
Maybe Varane starts this game, you know?
I think he should.
I think he starts this game.
I think he should. Well, then it's him and Maguire.
I still think Varane makes such a difference, bro. He's such a calm head on the pitch.
He is, but he's just one man.
Yeah, he's one man, but he's one man that can make a big difference. And I think that in the Carabao Cup, if he does start tomorrow...
I don't necessarily think United's issue is defense.
No, for sure. I'm saying his influence is going to help the team, bro. Do you know what I mean? I just think him being on that pitch, like you're saying, all these United players, they tend to lose their head when shit hits the fan. He doesn't. And if you have that one, as long as you have that one who's in control of shit with his goalkeeper, you can at least build off of that.
Hopefully. Hopefully. I mean, he was in the back line when we got the most clean sheets last season.
That wasn't by coincidence.
Well, I don't know. It seems like it kind of was, watching United play now.
On the flip side, Arsenal winning 5-0 against Sheffield United. What a game. What a hat-trick by Eddie Nketiah. All 3 goals. Just...
Yeah, nice goals by Eddie.
Wonderful. Wonderful, bruh. And a surprising penalty for Fabio Vieira off the bench. Didn't see that coming.
It seems like Arsenal just hands out penalties. Because we saw Everton do one the other day.
I do like that.
Vieira do one now.
I do like that.
I like that too. I think more teams should do that.
They tend to do that. Well, the Arsenal players have said before, and they're like, you know, homie needed a goal or whatever, like just to help the confidence levels and stuff. Vieira, obviously, he went from playing quite a few games to literally not featuring at all for the past like 3-4 games. So good goal for him. And then, yeah, Tommy Yasu with his first goal for Arsenal.
Yeah, he scored. I forgot about
that. Like obviously we didn't need it at the time. It was the 5th goal. But yes, Sivra, like that dude is having a serious run of games. And yeah, there's nothing more to say on that game, but everyone expected a win. We've seen Sheffield do better against Man City when losing.
Yeah, but they are, as a season goes, they're doing terribly.
They are doing horribly.
I think they've conceded the most goals after 10 games in Premier League history.
What, it must be over 30 goals
29.
29.
And the tough thing is, like, everyone expected Luton to be worse than them, you know what I mean? Like,
and out of nowhere, they were like, hold my beer.
Yeah,
like, I don't understand it, but I mean, I even tipped them to beat relegation at the beginning of the season. We did
between the 8-0 loss to Newcastle and the 5-0 now.
I don't know.
Not doing well at all.
I think, look, the only downside is that obviously we are clearly without Jesus now for a while. But Eddie scoring a hat-trick is a really good way to...
Didn't Jesus score one
When?
in this game? Didn't he score that nice goal on the edge of the box?
No, that was in the Champions League.
That's
Champions League. He got injured in the Champions League game, after the Champions League game. That's why he's out now. And there's only talk that he's going to come back after the next international break. But yeah, like I say, man, when you find out that your number 1 striker is out and your backup striker comes in and gets a hat-trick, regardless of the opposition, that's good.
Arsenal still should buy another attacker.
100%. And as the longer we are linked to Ivan Toney leading up to January, the better, in my opinion. But Eddie Nketiah needs to make the decision as hard as possible for Arsenal. Because
even with that, we've seen Jesus will play on the fucking left sometimes. So they'll play Jesus
on the left or the right?
They'll play Jesus and Nketiah.
Yeah.
So I think either way, whether Nketiah does well or wants that position or not, they should buy another attacker.
That's true. I'd feel more comfortable with that type of idea.
Because then at least if Martinelli or someone gets injured, Jesus can go there and then there's someone else.
Yeah. I mean, look, all signs point to that in Jan. You know what I mean? So I would like to think that it'll happen. Something. It may not be Tony, but something. But the better Eddie Nketiah does leading up to Jan, the better for him, the better for the club, because he obviously is constantly having to prove people wrong. More often than not, like I'll even find myself going through patches of really backing this guy and then just being fully of the belief that we can upgrade on him. Which I think we can. Even after this hat-trick, we can upgrade on him. It was a hat-trick against Sheffield
But
United.
I think he's a fucking backup striker. How good do you need your backup striker?
And now that what I was leading to was saying that we can upgrade on him, but you don't. It's not vital to upgrade on Eddie Nketiah.
I think
so.
Nketiah
Keep him
fine.
happy. Keep him in the team. He's a good squad player. He can also play out wide from time to time if need be. So I'm happy as hell to see him getting his first hat-trick for the club, bro. I think it's his first for the club, yeah.
And I saw something about he's the first English player to get a hat-trick for Arsenal since Walcott.
Yes.
2015.
Yeah, but it's been that long since we've had like English talent in the squad. So now that was a very, very, very big win for us, and we move on to West Ham in the Carabao Cup. So West Ham obviously lost to Everton.
Bro, West Ham is fucked.
I don't understand how that happened, but they lost to Everton. It is at West Ham's home, so maybe that gives them a bit more of a shout. Also, knowing Arteta, knowing Arsenal, the Carabao Cup is not going to be a priority. I would like to see it be treated as a priority, and I think we have the depth to treat it as a priority. So I'm going to say an Arsenal win, because regardless of who we field, we should do the business, bro.
Yeah, West Ham's
absolutely
really
do the
going through a bit of a slog right now.
Yeah, bro. And I mean, look, there's a lot of, like, Smith Rowe got his first start against Sheffield United, so I wouldn't be surprised if he starts again at West Ham. And he got an assist at Sheffield. He looked good in the
Yeah, he
Sheffield
looked good,
game.
yeah.
Havertz will probably start again.
Look, it's hard not to look good against Sheffield.
Yeah, 100%.
But United did it. So,
So there's something.
yeah, there's something to it.
But yeah, man, it's going to be a good game. Another London derby. There's a lot of them coming so far early in the season. But I mean, there's so many London clubs in the league. But yeah, I think Arsenal, I'm going to say 3-1. 3-1 Arsenal.
Yeah,
I'm hoping Ramsdale comes back in, bro.
Against fucking West Ham, I'll go 3-0 actually. Yeah.
3-0?
Yeah, I think 3-0.
Man, I really hope Ramsdale comes in. If Ramsdale comes back in, that's a clean sheet all day. That's a clean sheet all day, bruh. But obviously, it wasn't just our teams that played this weekend.
There's a whole league.
There's a whole league. And we
would've
didn't do
known.
predictions last time out because we were pressed for time. But we are going to go over those results because they did wonders for some of our fantasy leagues. But yeah, man, let us get into it. Let's start with the Liverpool game because obviously there's a lot going on in Liverpool right now.
So they beat Nottingham Forest at home 3-0. This is kind of a done deal.
No, yeah, this was a done
I think
deal.
anyone on earth would have predicted Liverpool winning by at least 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But what was nice to see Jota dedicating his goal to Luis Diaz, whose parents are obviously, well, his father is
He's there,
still-
yeah. So they found his mom. What,
Yeah,
the
police
story,
recovered
the
his
story
mom.
is on the way home from something. They get fucking pulled up, kidnapped. They get the mom, right?
Yeah.
So they found the mom. They're still looking for the dad.
Yeah, the
It's
dad-
kind of a fucked up situation.
This is honestly the most bizarre story I can remember happening in football.
Doesn't this happen a lot though? I've heard so many stories about football.
I've never heard this high profile. And I know,
Not this high profile for sure.
I know, like Ozil's like family, they were like, oh, so like were watching their house and like someone broke into his house and stuff.
That's
But
the
like
thing.
you've never heard of parents being kidnapped.
I think we've heard of some people being kidnapped though. Also, let's take that this is in Colombia.
Maguire's sister in Greece.
Did she?
Remember, that's when he got the bust up with the police because he was convinced that someone tried to kidnap his sister. They tried to pull
They tried to pull old slab in.
Slab.
Look, no, if I was a Colombian soccer player, especially when I'm that rich, I'm moving my family out ASAP.
But I was telling Neil, shout out to Neil, because Neil was also busy saying what's wrong with these footballers leaving their families in these areas. But the thing is, dude, especially like OG, like proper like old timers, they can be stubborn, bro. They don't want
I'm
to
sure
move.
they can be stubborn, but, they can also be kidnapped.
I've seen people refuse to leave a lot less. You know what I mean? Just because this is all I know. So we don't know the dynamics.
At some
there.
point, though, your safety takes precedent
I
over what you
100%
want.
understand, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Luis Diaz has been trying for years now to get the parents to move, and they've said no. But at the end of the day, what are you going to force them? You're going to kidnap your own parents?
Yes, someone else can. I can too.
Apparently, so, and maybe now they'll move if this works out, which Lord willing.
Or
if it
at
works
least
out,
get them
fine.
fucking private security for the house or like the
May-
drive or
maybe-
something.
Maybe he had stuff like that. We don't know the full extent of what he does for
The
his family.
thing is, what we do know is they were kidnapped,
Yes,
and you kind of have to be pretty fucking nonchalant to get kidnapped.
I do agree with that. But like I'm saying, in terms of like questioning how his parents can be left there, I'm just saying we do not know that family dynamic.
Yes.
The parents could have put their ultimate feet down and just say, we are not moving. We are happy to see you doing well, but this is our country and we're living here.
Yes.
And shit went south. And I am sure there'll be a change of heart.
Either way, though, if I were that rich, I would force my parents out. No doubt, my parents would not get a choice.
I think that may be easier said than done because someone with all that money clearly hasn't been able to.
Yeah, but we don't know the full story, like you said. We don't know the full story. Maybe he hasn't tried.
But look, I'm hoping that everything works out well.
Obviously.
We are obviously hoping, yeah. It's they're still waiting to hear back on whether they can get his father back, but they did get his mom back, which is great news.
What isn't great news? Fuck that story.
Oh, Jesus.
What isn't great news is Turner. He messed up big time in this game. Did you see that?
I didn't
At
see
one point, the ball comes up. He's like just passed out of his goal, goes right over him, and Salah scores a goal. So I think Turner might be down in France. Remember they brought Dean Henderson. I think with a mistake,
And
this
they have another goalkeeper as well.
is it?
The dude with the long name.
Oh yes, they do. Yeah, the one who's good.
The one who's good.
So I think after this, I definitely think Turner's
The one
out
who's
there.
good. Shame Dean Henderson.
Yeah. I think after a mistake like this, he's been saving himself, but mistakes this big,
That's
and
true.
especially when they have other names in the back,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think I don't think we'll see Turner start after
Look,
this.
there's an international break coming up soon, so maybe he impresses in the USA again and he gets favor again at
Oh,
Nottingham
yeah,
Forest.
he said USA.
He's the US number
yeah,
one.
that's actually he'll definitely get game time.
He's the US number one. So even if he gets benched for the next, I think it's 2 more games before the international break.
Yeah,
it's
even
not a
if he
train
gets-
smash
No,
for
it's
him.
not. But and I think it also is about time Nottingham Forest did start playing the other goalkeepers. Why did they get them if they weren't
got
going to play them?
3.
Yeah, why the fuck are you not?
What
like,
is it? A Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Premier League goalkeeper?
one for each. So I do think it like as much as I like Turner, he's in my fantasy team. He probably
You
should.
benched him for this week, no?
I did, but definitely bench him. He probably should get benched even in real life now as well. A player who definitely won't get benched in my fantasy team is Salah though. I did captain Salah for this game, and he scored. He could have gotten an assist as well, but he's too nice of a guy. Let's Bosley get the assist.
Bosley is a serious shout for fantasy league right now.
He kind of is, eh? That's fair. He kind of is. I think Liverpool easily could have won this by more.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of chances they had, Bosley included. Obviously, Darwin Nunes.
What?
He's in your fantasy team, and he scored a goal, and he got an assist, didn't he?
I don't think he got an assist also. I don't think he got. No, so Bosley got 2 assists. Jota's
Szoboszlai.
goal had no assist. But yeah, Darwin, bruh.
Dude.
Darwin.
He's back in your team, so you're gonna keep him in.
I'm gonna keep him in. I think Liverpool have a decent game next time out, so we'll get into that at some point. But yeah, bro, 3-0 to Liverpool, big win for them. And again, very nice moment for Luis Diaz. Let's get into the rest of the games. Aston Villa doing the business on Luton. 3-1.
Again, this is kind of a done deal from the.
It was a done deal. Aston Villa at home, but wasn't a fucking done deal. Was that? Why did they have to concede that goal, bro?
Yeah.
And it was an own goal by Emi Martinez. I didn't actually see the highlight of the own goal because I stopped watching at 3-0 thinking, cool, fantasy league done, game
Damn.
done, and
And
then
what do you get minus points, right? If it's a own
yeah,
goal.
if you've got Emi Martinez in your team, which
But the defenders don't get minus points if it's.
well, the defenders will lose points because there'll still be a goal conceded, but not they don't get it as an own goal or something, unless the defender was responsible for the own goal. You know what I mean? But yeah, they won Musa Diaby and Leon Bailey. Can we talk about Leon Bailey because what a comeback to this first team he is having, bruh.
What did he start? Did he come on as a sub?
No, I think he must have. Well, he must have started.
Because
He got 2 assists.
I know he's been coming on as a sub recently, and he has been making a difference.
Bro, he is insane. He's so fast. He's got a whole lot of flair. He's almost like a who's that homie that St. Maximin. Like he gives me the same types of vibes.
Same
Like
vibe.
it's insane, bro. And the Unai Emery freaking train carries
keeps
on
going.
strong, bro.
That home record is insane. What's
Aston
this? It's
Villa,
like 13,
12
15 of-
consecutive wins
Yeah.
at home in the Premier League.
Yeah.
12 consecutive wins, bro.
No, I think they are a fucking a shoe in for top 6. Eh?
It's absolutely my dark horses are they're doing me proud.
I
boy.
think the top 6 is going to be a real tough fight between them, Brighton, Newcastle. I don't even think United's in there, but United's in there somewhere.
Dude,
But
it's,
those 3 teams, they are going to be fighting for top 6.
it's insane, bro. It's insane. But yeah,
And this is the season where top 5 goes to Champions League, right?
yes.
So
this
that,
is the season.
So that top
That
6
English-
fight
that
is
English
going to be
coefficient.
insane. Dude.
Yeah, bruh. So Villa are going at it, and that's another nice win for them. Brighton drew with Fulham.
Yeah, I watched the highlights for this game. Brighton were in their Barbie kit. I mean, Fulham were in their Barbie kit. Nice to see the full pink. Obviously, we've got to talk about fucking Evan Ferguson.
Yes, we do.
He's also in your fantasy
Yes,
team.
he is.
And he's now, obviously, Welbeck is injured.
Yeah,
Ferguson
so
is-
Ferguson's gonna be starting now.
and he scored a goal.
Uh-huh.
And Ferguson is the first team to score 10 plus goals in a year since Rooney in 2005.
My boy. That's
So, yeah.
Arsenal are linked to him as well, eh?
Is it?
That for the June, they were said in Jan, the idea is to go for Tony, and then the big decision is Osimhen or Ferguson, because either one's going to be over 100 mil, so they're deciding now already for June.
Which one would you rather have?
Ferguson, all day. Osimhen is my favorite striker in the world,
But is that just a Premier League bias?
it's not Premier League bias. Osimhen's too injury prone for my liking.
Oh.
Genuine. Like, I think even Ferguson may not be the most fit guy in the world, but at 19, I mean, Osimhen's like 23, so my dream would be Osimhen. Absolute dream
I
would be
think
Arsenal.
I think a lot of people's dreams would be
But
Arsenal.
I just think realistically, Ferguson is a more achievable target because like Napoli are notorious for being difficult to negotiate with when you want transfers done. Brighton, they name their price. If you meet it, you got him. Simple business. And we've got a good relationship there now, after the Ben White deal.
Did Ben White come from there?
Yeah.
I had no clue.
Yeah, bro. So, like, I would like to think that we could make a deal happen there. But yeah, Evan Ferguson, what a fucking player, bro. What a talent.
It looked like a close game, but I do think Brighton, from the highlights, it seemed like Brighton did edge them out with chances.
Yeah.
Leno made some big saves, and I think as a Fulham fan, you'd probably be happy with the result.
Yeah, dude.
A draw away.
I know Brighton have had some up and down moments so far this season, but they are still a very good team, dude. So
There they are. And
that goal. And Paulinho getting the goal, dude.
Paulina's goal was nice.
And a Harry Wilson assist. Wilson's also having a decent season so far. Other than that, we had West Ham, Everton. I just want to highlight Calvert-Lewin scoring again.
Yes, yeah, Calvert-Lewin scored.
Because I think Calvert-Lewin scoring again is good for England.
This
they
is
need another
also
option in that team.
this is the first away game for Everton without conceding since 2021. Yeah, so they've got 2 years where every away game was at least one goal.
Let's go Jordan Pickford. Pickford got a yellow.
Yeah, he took it yellow. But West Ham are in a bit of a slump.
Yep.
To be fair, I've never liked them defensively.
Yeah.
I watched them a while ago, and there was one game specifically where I was like, they are a mess at the back.
Yeah.
Areola included, and it's just a shame.
Areola is young,
It's
though.
just a shame because I might have to put Areola in my fantasy team.
It looks like West Ham lost their heads a bit. They got 4 yellows.
Yes.
Paqueta, Benrahma, and Alvarez all got yellows in the game.
And there were a lot of mistakes. Dude.
Yeah.
There were a lot of mistakes. Like Harrison, I think his name is. What's his name? I don't know. There was a dude who could have scored because Paqueta lost possession. Like there were a few fucking mistakes by West Ham.
Damn. Yeah,
But-
Jack Addison, he got the assist to a couple.
But obviously, we do have to Calvert-Lewin. I think he's got 3 goals in 7 games,
His form
which
again,
isn't
bro.
terrible. But yeah, for him, he's
Considering he's coming back from who knows how many injuries,
Exactly.
it's just good that he's staying on the pitch and he's on the pitch long enough to get the goals.
But this does give Sean Dyche some hope. These are the games that I don't think people would have expected him to win.
This is a game where these 3 points make all the difference
Yeah.
come the end of the season.
So
Because
this is
Luton's not pulling off a 3-0 win at West Ham, nor Sheffield.
No.
So
No,
this could be
nor
a big
Burnley.
difference. Nor Burnley could be a big difference.
So I think this is big for Dyche.
Moving on, first game on Sunday at Stamford Bridge. We witnessed Brentford winning 2-0, brother. And
Okay.
I love
Look,
it.
I gotta say, I did watch this game. Chelsea looked good in the first half, genuinely good in the first half.
Yeah.
And also, did you see John Cena tweeted out-
Posted Kukurea.
What the fuck? I know John Cena's what is it, Twitter or Instagram?
Instagram.
I know his Instagram is completely random.
It's
but,
random
But
pictures.
Cucurella, like
That
what
was
the
a you
fuck?
can't see me, bro.
Shout out to Cuckoo getting shouted out by John
That
Cena.
was a you can't see me because boy was invisible in that game, bro.
He almost scored a goal, to be fair.
Yes.
Kiki Palmer, great game. He was bossing the mid in the first half.
So great that he scored nothing and got no assists.
He was
That's how
bossing
great he
the
was,
mid in
bro.
the first
He
half.
bossed a fucking 2-0 loss. I love it. I love that
you're
he
such
bossed
a
the
hater,
2-0
bro.
loss. No, I do
You're
like
such a
Cole
hater,
Palmer.
bro.
I do like Cole Palmer. I'm just saying, don't ever use words like bossed and dominated when they lost 2-0 at home.
Yeah, but when the chances are going and he's setting up the chances,
Yeah,
he's
fair.
doing something.
But you, Nico Jackson, I thought you love that boy.
I used to.
I thought you loved that boy.
I used to. He's clearly fucking. He's got the aim of a stormtrooper, bro. He gets in, like we said, his XG, Chelsea's XG as a whole is insane. They shouldn't
Yeah.
be scoring so many goals, but Nico Jackson just cannot finish. They needed Kunku
bruh.
bad.
You know why I can't have any sympathy? It's because I'm hearing a lot of pundits and shit coming out going, oh, but these players, they're young, they're new. Nigga, Arsenal got torn apart having the youngest team in the league 2 seasons in a row. Nobody gave a fuck about the age, bruh. Everybody said Arsenal are lacking. Chelsea can finish and fight it out for 10th place and people must be patient.
I think it's different with Chelsea because this is the first time we're seeing the Chelsea team play together.
No, it's different for Chelsea because it's not Arsenal.
No.
Simple as,
There's
brother.
not an Arsenal
Simple
agenda,
as,
Logan. There isn't
No
an
Arsenal agenda, for fuck's sake.
Teams don't dislike Arsenal. You know, they dislike Man
Simple
United.
as, dog.
Players
Simple
dislike
as.
Man United.
Simple
But look,
as.
let's get into it. Chelsea were good in the first half. Absolutely terrible in the second half.
Yeah.
I gotta shout out Ethan Pinnock, the defender for Brentford, because even in the United game, he was a standout, dude. I think without him, Brentford would have conceded a lot more. And in this game, he goes and scores a goal. Burma, obviously, he gets a goal and an assist. And we gotta point out that last goal where it's a corner. It's the dying minutes of the game. Sanchez comes out and they actually get screwed on it because the ball gets counter-attacked very
96th
quickly.
minute, bro.
And Mburma and Maupe are able to run up and score a goal with open nets.
If you let Maupe get an assist against you, bro.
I know. But
And Maupe even flexed also on Instagram with Sanchez's shirt. He swapped shirts with Sanchez. So it's just a picture of him on the bus and Sanchez's kid.
look, I like Sanchez, but yeah, unfortunately, he isn't a top 4 goalkeeper. I think if Chelsea could look at see where their weak spots are, they need Nkunku back in the team now ASAP.
Yeah.
And they need to maybe get a new goalkeeper. I did see all the memes of Pochettino.
But because of his excuses for the team.
No, he's like his facial expressions.
Oh, no, I didn't see
there's
those
a- there's
memes.
a
I
whole-
just saw memes about his excuses in the interviews.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, Brentford were good on the counter attack. They did the same thing against United. Very like deep defensively, good on the counter. And yeah, they deserve to win. I'm sure they're happy.
Yeah,
It's a 2-0 away.
I mean, I'm happy with it. And maybe they'll be more incentivized to come after Ramsdale. Seeing more talk that Ramsdale's definitely going in January.
Sheesh.
Look, there was a win for Bournemouth after that. Bournemouth beat Burnley 2-1.
Yeah, Burnley. And did you see there was apparently a VAR call in this game that took 5 minutes to decide?
It did not.
Yeah, apparently J. Rodriguez scored an offside goal and they literally took 5 minutes to make the decision.
Shit.
That is outrageous. If I was a player and I had to stand there for 5 minutes, I'm going over.
If it's not clear and obvious, it's allowed.
And like this is another like factor for why we probably should stop VAR, because what is the point of taking 5 minutes and it, like completely stopping a game momentum at all to make a decision?
I think this is why we need to pull in VAR ops and referees and officials from outside of the fucking league, because you don't get this in La Liga, you don't get this in the Serie A, and when they have World Cups, you don't get any Premier League referees or officials going to the World Cup.
Is it?
There's no, yeah, it's not a coincidence. It's because it's only in the Premier League where it's this shambolic, bro. Literally.
No, that's outrageous. I would,
So, like,
if I were a player, I would not.
I don't think VAR was never the problem. The problem has always been the people operating it. The system itself works. We've seen it work time and time again. But we've also seen people forget to draw a line against Arsenal only. But like VAR is fine, bro. VAR is absolutely fine. We just need better fucking ops, dog. 5 minutes is ridiculous, bro.
That's ridiculous.
That is insane.
What's also ridiculous is Bournemouth also scored like an almost halfway line goal on this. And,
Another one.
yeah, and young James Trafford, the goalkeeper who I like, young Traffy, he was England's under-21s goalkeeper. I like him a lot. He got dipped from the halfway line, and he definitely knows he
You
should
sure you
he
didn't
should have
like
done
him
better
because of
than
name
that.
bias?
I know, young Traffy.
You don't like
I love young Trafford.
He has
bro.
to go to Man United.
I know, you made it. Young Trafford at Old Trafford. That's the thing, because the finals of the under-21 were at Old
Trafford.
Yeah.
Oh
so
my
young
days.
Trafford
Was
won.
at Old Trafford.
He won the champ. They won it at Old Trafford.
That's symbolic, bro.
What's
That's
also symbolic is Burnley are dog shit. Everyone is talking about, oh, Vincent Kompany, one of them, when he comes to the league, he's doing worse than all the other fucking relegation teams. Luton's doing better than him. Sheffield's doing better than him.
That's actually.
And he deserves it, because Man City sucked. And Man City sucked when he was there.
I still back Vincent. I still think he's a
No,
good coach.
he's
I still
fucking
think he's a good
garbage.
coach. I think next season when Leicester come up, they'll probably.
They
keep
play
up, they'll-
possession. They
they'll
can't
take
score.
company.
They got no one
Oh,
on their team that
Leicester,
scores
have you
goals.
seen how Leicester are doing in the championship?
They're killing it, aren't
They're
they?
coming back, bro.
They definitely come
They're
in.
coming back next season.
So yeah, they can just do a little quick tag in with Leicester. Burnley can go back down. Leicester can come up, because
Yeah, Burnley can do it all again. You know,
Yeah.
do it all again.
and then stay there.
And to close it out, Wolves drawing with Newcastle at home.
This is massive. Wait, we got to talk about Palace Tottenham, bro.
Oh yeah, Palace Tottenham. Of course, the first game of the fucking.
This is Hodgson's 500th Premier League game. I think all things considered, Palace, this is a good result for them, more decent result.
Yeah.
There was an own goal, so taking into the own goal into an account, this is a draw. You
And
know
it's
what I mean?
It's still a result like this without some key players. So
A lot of all their key players, to
Yeah.
be honest. Son is back to his best. I don't know if Kane was the issue last season, but Son is firing on all cylinders.
I
Nothing's
think it's
holding him
because
back.
remember he's a year younger.
Oh yeah,
He's a year younger.
Korean time.
That's it. It explains it all, bro.
Bentancur is back.
Yeah, he's back.
He came on as a sub.
back.
He's back from injury. We got to talk about fucking Richarlison. He's been looking good too.
Yeah.
Also, Jordan Ayew's goal, which was everyone is saying it's a handball. The ball comes down. It does from certain angles. It does look like a handball.
Yeah.
From the angle the one angle I saw, it looked like it didn't touch.
No, it looked like it was no contact.
Yes.
But from the other angle,
It looked like there was all contact. So the angles were a bit iffy, and
did
because
that goal even take 5 minutes? No.
no, it didn't take 5 minutes. But because of that, I think it's fair that they did give him the goal. I think it could have gone.
It was inconclusive.
Exactly. So I think fair, give him the goal. It was a beautiful
And it was a
fucking volley.
consolation, bro. Consolation.
Exactly. Give it to him.
I think if that was the difference between 3 points and 1 point for Spurs, they probably would have.
Yeah. But Jordan Ayew, it's good to see that he's still going well. He scored that was a great fucking volley.
bro.
Spurs are just on fire. Every team they play, every game they play, they are firmly in control.
That's
the
still
defenders,
unbeaten.
Van der Ven, Romero, Pedro Porro, like insane stats on Fantasy League as well.
Yeah, but that's another fucking game with that late goal.
Yeah, it kind of stuffs you. But I do you think Spurs continue?
Wow.
Do you think injuries catch up to them because they haven't really had an injury issue?
I don't think injuries have ever been their problem, bro. I think Spurs are just going to absolutely burn out, and they're gonna. It's going to happen. There's no chance in hell Spurs are winning the league this season.
I think if they don't get any massive injuries, I think they'll stay
Nah,
up.
we've seen full strength squad Spurs disappoint, brother, with Kane.
Yeah, they seem better now without Kane.
I'm just saying they were better
Look,
with him.
obviously-
I don't care what they're doing without him. If Kane was in this squad, they'd be doing much better than they currently are.
For sure.
I believe that.
For sure. I believe that too. But new manager bounce. The team.
No, look, 100%.
Madison is such a key part of this team.
I think they're gonna get caught out in their next few games.
They don't have European games.
Bro, they've got Chelsea next. They've got Wolves.
I say they win that. I say they
They've
win
got
that.
Chelsea at home, Wolves away. They've got Aston Villa away after that.
That's gonna be tough.
Aston Villa at home, sorry. Then they've got Man City.
That's gonna be tough. Those are the only two tough ones.
No,
I
brother.
think they win. I think they beat
Chelsea,
Chelsea.
Chelsea at home is at least good for them because it's at home. But Chelsea normally find a way against Spurs. They've got
Yeah.
a good record against Spurs.
This is a different Spurs
I don't give
and a
a fuck,
very
bro.
different
I
Chelsea.
believe in
It's the
Tottenham.
same way everyone said, hey, Man City's got a great record against Arsenal. It's a different Man City, it's a different Arsenal.
I believe in the Tottenham.
I think the fact that Chelsea lost 2-0 to Brentford at home, they are nothing. Chelsea is nothing.
I guess. But look, you know me, I back anybody against Spurs.
Even Chelsea, they're bigger rivals than fucking Spurs.
No, Spurs and Arsenal are the North Londoners.
No, but that's
We
like
are in the same-
That's like saying that Man City were the bigger rival to Man United in like 2006.
No.
Sure, they were in the same place.
The problem is because remember the whole argument is that Arsenal moved into Spurs' ground and took over. Spurs were there first, Arsenal came afterwards. That's the whole beef. We're not in Chelsea's same side of London.
Yeah, but I'm saying it doesn't matter more. It doesn't matter less of the
Situationally.
because even at the time, even though City was there, Liverpool were always United's biggest rival.
Yeah, but I mean that was just because footballing-wise, City were never a rival.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I've
saying.
never understood why Man
Footballing-wise,
United-
Tottenham were never a rival up until now.
Yeah, but
it's always been
even,
Chelsea.
But I suppose you're right, yeah.
It's always been Chelsea.
I've always considered Spurs just because the North London derby is the North London derby, bruh. And Spurs are the just scum, bro. Like
Well, now they are.
basically.
Although
No, I love him now, and that's the problem. I don't want to like them, but I like Ange. I like Ange.
You can't not like Ange.
It's the same like when they hired Nuno. I'm glad that it didn't work out for them, but I like Nuno. So when Nuno went there, I was really disappointed, bruv. And it's much easier when they have managers that I dislike. But yeah, look, I can see them carrying this for a little bit more. They'll maybe get by Chelsea, maybe get by Wolves,
I'm
but I
saying is
think Villa and City, they're
don't-
getting caught out
They
in
got
at
no
least one of them.
European football. They got ample time.
They're
Everything is on their side.
getting caught out in at least either the Villa game or the City game.
A team that did get caught out, Newcastle against Wolves, 2-2.
2-2.
And you were a big Wolves supporter, and you were kind of calling this shit.
But again, I was nervous though. I didn't call it confidently enough. But yeah, like it's not a good result for Newcastle. It is an away game for them, but it's not a good result for them.
Not at all.
Callum Wilson with the brace though. That's cool.
Yeah, you got a nice little, like almost little bicycle, and then the penalty. The penalty was a clear dive, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that, but
That was another instance where VAR is just useless.
that was a complete. No, look, there was contact. I think structurally, factually, he did.
By the book, it's a penalty, is what you're saying.
Exactly, he did touch it, but you can also say that he definitely fucking fed for that pin.
Yeah.
Like he held back completely, waiting for the touch. He did get the touch though, so it is a penalty. But yeah, the fact that Newcastle had to rely on a penalty to keep them in a draw with Wolves.
Dog. And Wolves
Massive.
are not looking great.
No, but I mean,
They're looking better now. I just mean throughout the season,
they
Wolves
did
have
beat
been-
City,
They did.
and now they draw
But
with
that,
Newcastle.
that City win was the turnaround though.
Yeah, but I'm saying like maybe now they are.
Maybe. Maybe they're turning into the giant killers again.
They might be. I actually think I think there's a. I mean, with the Korean guy doing so well, Neto's doing so well.
Yeah, Neto's doing well, bro.
Pope did fuck up a bit for Wolves' first goal. It was a corner, and he kind of wanted to come out, but then didn't. So he was just caught in between.
Yeah.
That happens. Josie Sa actually did get a touch on the pen as well, but it still touched him and went into the goal. So that's unlucky. But yeah, I think Newcastle are going to have to come back with a vengeance to the Premier League, to the Carabao
Well,
Cup.
Carabao Cup first against United at Trafford.
I think they'll come back with a vengeance. They know they have to start winning this shit.
It's
They can't play footsie anymore.
It's gonna be interesting, man. But yeah, it was crazy. And look, just to close out, go Boca.
Go Boca, yeah. We
South
won the
Africa.
World Cup. Yes.
2023
yes!
World Cup champions.
The first rugby games
Back to
I
back.
watched 3 rugby games. The first rugby games I've ever fucking watched.
And they gave me a heart attack, brother.
They actually
because
did.
I did not need to care that
And-
much. But yeah, with the first 4-time winners,
Every
one
one
of
of
the
them was
most-
by 1 point as well. France, England, the finals, all 1
it
point.
was absolutely insane. But shout out to the Springboks.
Yes.
Well deserved, boys. It was a hell of a run. And now it's onto the Proteas. Onto the
Yeah,
Proteas
fuck
next.
the Proteas.
Listen, we have been going on for time now. Thank you guys for watching the show.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to everybody. And yeah, look, when you see us again, we'll be back with some predictions. Let us know in the comment section what you guys make of all the shit we spoke about today. And we'll catch you in the next one.